So a few months ago, we upgraded the plant-based chicken wing by giving it a skin. See, in that recipe, I used jackfruit, some flavoring, used some gums and binders, molded it into a chicken wing around a sugarcane bone, and then gave it a skin by making a homemade soy skin using homemade soy milk. That was a lengthy process, but I'll tell you in the end, it was one of the most realistic homemade plant-based chicken wings that I have ever had, and it was delicious. But a lot of you thought that it might have been a little too complicated, or it was a little bit too much of a process to get that wing. So I thought, why don't we upgrade one of the tried and true plant-based wing recipes, the cauliflower wing. Now, the cauliflower wing has been made 1,000 times, but one of the things that it's commonly done is it's either just flavored and then fried, or it is simply just breaded and fried and coated in hot sauce. But I figured one of my favorite parts of the wing was the skin, was the part that gets crunchy and has that flavor, the part that crisps up and holds the flavor, the part that the sauce kind of adheres to. It's not always gonna be a breaded wing. So let's see if we can use 3 ingredients to make the cauliflower wing better. This is gonna be very simple. These are 3 ingredients. I'll leave a link in my Amazon store where you can find all of these ingredients, or you can find them most likely at any of your local Asian markets. If you have an Asian market, you'll be able to find these there. This stuff tastes just like the chicken broth that is in the chicken ramen. Now, it is a plant-based broth. It has salt, artificial chicken flavor, maltodextrin, monosodium glutamate, soybean oil, soy sauce powder. It very much tastes like chicken. Now, if you don't want to use this, you can use any chicken flavor recipe that you have. You can use the unchicken chicken broth, not chick-un broths. I've used them in the past. I kind of started picking this one up from the Asian market because it does really create a very good chicken broth flavor. We're also going to use some bean curd sheets. Now, this is the store-bought version of what I made in the original jackfruit recipe. We're going to flavor up the bean curd sheets. We're going to flavor up the cauliflower. We're going to put it together and make a really sick, homemade, awesome plant-based wing. Let's get moving. So the first thing that we got to do is prep our cauliflower. And all we're gonna be doing is just removing the lower stems, the leafy part. Just chop those off. And then all we have to do is just prep the florets. We're just gonna cut each one off, trying to be careful because we wanna save as much of the stem and wing, the head part, as possible. It's gonna be our meat. So I'm gonna give these guys a quick wash and get the broth prepped. So for the broth, we're gonna do about 5 cups of water, 4 or 5 cups of water. Now, for my chicken broth mix, it recommends about 2 teaspoons for 4 cups. I'm gonna actually use, now I got 5 cups here, but I'm gonna use about 5 teaspoons. I want this to be a really heavy broth mixture. So if you're using like a not chicken broth or an unchicken broth, whatever style chicken flavoring that you wanna use for your broth, just double up the broth amount to really bring out that flavor. We really want this over the top. Okay, so the broth is up to a boil. We're just gonna add our cauliflower florets to the boiling water. Let these guys flavor up, take on that really nice chicken flavor. This is gonna nail it, really nail it. And we're gonna let these guys boil for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Let's do 4 minutes. Okay, so these guys have been going a little bit longer, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take them out. Now, I'm not gonna dump this water because we're gonna need this water, and I'm also gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it at this rolling boil. But I'll tell you, this house smells super chickeny. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but. Now, I'm just gonna run these under some really cold water here for just a moment, just to kind of stop them from cooking, cool them down. So at this point, I'm gonna preheat the oven for 450 degrees. I have a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper. We're gonna take our fresh bean curd sheets and open these guys up. Now these come in huge sheets, I mean huge. And they are dry, and you can see they're kind of ripping a little bit on me. I don't want them to rip that much. Now these skins are super thin. I cut mine to about the size of a sheet of paper. That should be all you need. We're gonna try to do it one at a time, just see how well it works. So I'm just gonna dump the skin into the boiling water, make sure it doesn't fold over on itself. All we're gonna do is just take one of the wings, take one of the cauliflowers, and then drape the skin over the cauliflower, making sure it's completely covered and wrapped up. So it'll take a little bit of practice, but I think once you got it, it should come out super awesome. And then once you have that covered, just line it on the baking sheet and then repeat. Like I said, it will take a little bit of practice. I mean, these look awesome. They look awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw them in the oven, about 450 degrees. We're gonna do it for about 25 minutes and see what it looks like. Might flip them over and go another 20 minutes after that. Okay, so the wings are in the oven. They're looking amazing. Honestly, I just flipped them after about 25 minutes. We're gonna let them go for just a few more moments. Let's make the sauce really quick. So there's a ton of different recipes for like a wing sauce. For the most part, you're just gonna use a vegan butter. I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoons of it. I'm gonna use about a 1/4 cup of Frank's Red Hot. So you can use Frank's Red Hot wing sauce and just skip all of these steps, or you can make your own and flavor it how you want. So I'm gonna do the Frank's Red Hot wing sauce with the butter, and then I'm also gonna use a Chipotle Tabasco. I really love this stuff. It adds a ton of like smokiness that you normally wouldn't get. I also kind of want to sweeten it up just a pinch, and to do that, we're just gonna add about a tablespoon of maple syrup. That's also gonna kind of round out the flavor a lot too. So I just wanted to give that sauce a quick mix. I'm gonna take it off of the heat. It smells awesome, exactly like what I wanted. These look perfect, perfect. All I'm gonna do is just kind of drop these guys down in the sauce. If you haven't seen any of the other videos where I've used the soy skin or yuba has been used for centuries to create plant-based meats. This isn't new, this isn't something that I originated or I created. This is something that's been around for a long time. Now all we're doing is just kind of tossing them in the sauce here real quick. That skin, because it baked and it got crispy, is gonna soak all this sauce up. It's gonna be delicious. I mean, oh, just look at these. Look at them. That is a cauliflower wing. I mean, I've never seen cauliflower wings look that perfect. So here it is. Let's give it a try. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the skin gives it a really nice like chew. It gives it a really nice meaty kind of taste. The inside, the florette of the cauliflower, it is a little soft because I boiled it, but it has a ton of flavor. A ton of flavor. I can't stop eating them. But that is it. That is the upgraded cauliflower chicken wing with a skin, with a meatier texture. Incredibly impressive. Make these at home. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. If you have any other ideas on upgrading the chicken wing, please let me know in the comments down below. I know a lot of you noticed about the studio. I'm not in the old set anymore. We've moved. I'm looking for a new studio. I'm probably gonna have to rent a warehouse to do this. So if you wanna help, join the rest of the Sauce Squad down here at patreon.com/SauceStache. I'm also gonna be launching memberships here very soon. Thanks for watching, gang.